Thanks a lot for staying with us. Republic TV now getting you exclusive details of the call records of key accused Swapna Suresh in the gold smuggling racket that was busted in Kerala. Republic TV has accessed exclusive documents that show how Suresh was in direct contact with the UAE consulate in charge, who has now reportedly fled India. Now, that has, of course, raised many eyebrows. And Swapna Suresh, in her bail petition, had also mentioned that she was working at the instructions of this man. And since then, we have also accessed call records that show that Rashid spoke to Swapna several times, 117 times. And many of these calls were on that particular consignment that eventually fell into the hands of the customs, and that's how the entire racket was busted. My colleague Niranjan Narayanaswamy is also joining us, breaking down what exactly these call records show. Niranjan.
We went through the full details and we've accessed the full call details. I'm just trying to open that to try and show you the call details, as we speak. But I can confirm to you, Shivani, that, in the call details that we have accessed, there are several calls. And first of all, let's look at the case that we have in detail. The UAE Acting Consulate General, his name is Rashid, and he has fled India is what we are told, and we are getting a confirmation that he left Kerala and he was directly under the scanner. Why was he under the scanner? Because the diplomatic baggage in which 30 kilograms of gold was brought into India was in his name. And not just that, let me also tell you that we have full details of this particular diplomat and the kind of role that he played. I have the call records. The call records show that over 117 calls were made. I have the full details with me. I'm going to read out the details now. 117 calls were made. 117 calls were made between Swapna Suresh, the main accused in the Kerala gold scam, and the UAE attaché. And not just him, not just her. There was also Sarit Nair, and between Sarit Nair and the UAE attaché, there were at least 3 or 4 calls in the month of July itself. And I have the full details of how many calls were incoming and how many calls were outgoing. These are details that we have received, from agency sources. And I can also tell you that from the details available with us, let me just read out some of the facts that we have, picked up. 20 frantic calls were made. 20 frantic calls were made on the day this baggage was stuck with customs. So I'm reading out some of the exclusive details that we're tracking. There is a UAE attaché. According to reports, he has fled in the last 48 hours, in the course of the last 48 hours. And that is because he was directly under the scanner. He was under the scanner because Swapna Suresh, also in her application filed in the Kerala High Court, has said that she was merely acting on the behest of the Acting Consulate General of UAE in Kerala. And I have, I have some more details. I'd like to go across to Gokul first, who's joining us. Yuvraj Gokul joining us live from Kerala this evening. He's an activist. Gokul, I'll come to you first, and I'll go across to Mr. John as well. Mr. John is from the CMP, or the Communist Marxist Party. I'd like to go across to Gokul first because he's also picking up more details. Gokul, what else are you picking up this afternoon?
In this gold smuggling case is very doubtful from the beginning itself, because I saw a lot of reports regarding Kerala Minister K.T. Jalil calling this attaché and then calling this Swapna. And I just don't understand that this Swapna, he was working under Kerala government. Okay. And at the meantime, this attaché was telling a minister of Kerala that she is working for them also. Isn't it not a crime for working for 2 countries at the same time? She was working under the Home Minister or the IT Minister, who himself is the Home Minister of our state, and she is working for UAE also, and at the meantime she is working for Kerala government also. It is very doubtful, and she was also involved in very prestigious projects like Space Park, which she was closely associating with top scientists of our country. What was her intention? What was this UAE attaché doing in Kerala? Means making link with her to these government authorities, because almost all the authorities of the government are telling that they are connected with this girl, this lady, Swapna, through the UAE consulate, and she is having a very doubtful past also. And in the first hand, we cannot believe the yes.
Gokul.
Yes.
Gokul, stay
Yes.
with me. I know you're picking up more details and you have questions about Swapna. Before you go ahead, I'd like to bring in Mr. C.P. John. Mr. C.P. John is a very senior politician from the Communist Marxist Party. He has his own differences with the Pinarayi Vijayan government. I'd like to get in his point of view as well, Shivani. Let's take a word from him. Mr. John, good evening. Thank you for speaking to Republic TV, Mr. John. The kind of developments that are coming in, like Gokul just mentioned, how can someone who was working, irrespective in what capacity she was working with the Kerala government, working for Kerala government, and she has admitted in her application that she was working on a request basis with the UAE government, and the call details that are emerging. She is called the minister, she's called the UAE attaché, she was on the run. I think the Kerala government has a lot to answer, and we believe that the truth is yet to emerge in this case. Mr. John, I'd like your point of view.
Yeah, now the Kerala government is in a deep crisis due to, one, the commissions of its officials and the collaboration of these officials with some UAE officials, and of course due to the mainly the chief minister. The officials who have been working in the chief minister's office have been working in collaboration with the smugglers, not the spies. They may be spies, but they are doing the business of smuggling, a dubious business, under the leadership of the principal secretary of the chief minister. It is very clear that the principal secretary of the chief minister has arranged rooms for the smuggling racket under the nose of the chief minister. In my opinion, the chief minister should step down immediately. Moreover, after 10 days, he hasn't suspended the officials even for the moral turpitude or ethical turpitude. There are enough evidences in front of him, in front of the public, that this official was not a fit person to be in the service. But still, after 10 days, Chief Minister is in fact buying time to protect him, to turn the cases against some other people and to keep his officials intact. So this is a big crisis, and I hope...
All right. CP John, one question I would like to ask you further is that while the NIA is investigating this case, there is a question mark over the so-called investigation or inquiries that the government is saying that they will conduct against those whose names are coming out, especially from their own governments. Can they be allowed to conduct this so-called inquiry? Does it have any basis?
Yeah. There are two sides of this problem. One, is there any anti-national activity happening in the Trivandrum city under the leadership of and under the partnership of these officials and UAE officials? That part NIA should inquire into, and it is the competent authority to inquire about it. But there is another part. That part is administrative part or the maladministration part. How this Swapna Suresh was inducted into the government system, that is Kerala State IT Infrastructure Limited, which is a 100% government company. And this guy, the principal secretary of the chief minister, has been officiating as the IT secretary as well as the chairman of the Kerala State IT Infrastructure Limited. So now the dubious connections are very clear, and we have to find that how this girl was inducted into the system of the CMO and the IT department, of which Chief Minister himself is the minister in charge. So the administrative part and the maladministration part and the crimes involved in that sphere must be inquired by the CBI. That's the position of the opposition UDF.
Now that's the most important point, because so far the Chief Minister has been announcing inquiries, and that seems to be an attempt to say that, okay, I'm in control, I'm going to inquire against it, I have nothing to do with this, neither does my office. But the facts on the ground actually present differently. The inquiry and investigation cannot be in his hand. Absolutely. I request all of you to stay with us. We do have to slip into a very short break. I request you, CP John and Gokul, to stay with us. We have to slip into a short break. We'll come back to this very important question of whether the Chief Minister can issue inquiries into what is connected to his own office in just a bit.